Good morning, student. In this video, we are going to solve last sum of our last chapter, that is 10th sum of dissolution of partnership firm, which is given on page number 313. Let us see the sum first. Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram are partners, sharing profit and loss in the proportion of 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. The balance sheet of their firm as on 31/12/2016 is as under. Balance sheet is given to us: capital, general reserve, investment fluctuation fund, provident fund, creditors and current accounts of Satyam and Shivam. Then asset side: land and building, machinery, investment, patents, goodwill, debtors, stock, cash, and along with debtors, bad debts reserve. Right? The firm was dissolved on 1st January 2017. Disposal of assets and liability was as under. So friends, disposal of assets and liabilities we will see later on. First of all, we will sort out our balance sheet. We will finish the balance sheet. So let us take items of balance sheet and record them accordingly. The first item of balance sheet is capital. So we will be writing these as the opening balance of capital of their account. So here it is: partners capital account, by balance brought forward 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000. The capital of all three is same, which is given to us in balance sheet, which is 50,000 each. We have written it as opening balance, by balance brought forward 50,000, 50,000 and 50,000. Next, the second thing is general reserve, which is given to us 60,000. General reserve will be distributed among the partners, and it, as in this sum, current account and capital account both are prepared. So what we will do, we will be transferring general reserve, or we will be distributing general reserve in their current account. Now before that, we need to find the profit and loss sharing ratio. Right? It is given that they distribute profit in the proportion of 1/2, 1/3 and 1/6. We will make the denominator equal. So to make denominator equal, we will have to multiply here with 3, as the LCM is 6. So it will be 3/6. Here we will multiply with 2, so we will get 2/6, and this is 1/6 already. Now we will remove the denominators. We get 3:2:1, which is the profit and loss sharing ratio among all three partners. Now again talk about the general reserve, which is given 60,000. It will be credited to their current account. So here it is: by general reserve 30,000, 20,000 and 10,000. Next item is investment fluctuation fund 50,000. So friends, investment fluctuation fund is also one kind of reserve which is supposed to be credited to their current or capital account. Here we will be transferring it to current account, or we will be crediting to current account. So here it is: by investment fluctuation fund, and the total amount is 50,000, which we will distribute in their profit and loss sharing ratio. Profit and loss sharing ratio is 3:2:1. So when I distribute 50,000 in the proportion of 3:2:1, I get 25,000, 16,667 and 8,333. So I have written it. Next is liabilities, that provident fund and creditors, 1 lakh and 2 lakh. Provident fund and creditor both are liability, and we know at the time of dissolution of partnership firm they are closed and transferred to realization account. So we will be closing them and transferring it to realization account. To close them, liabilities account are debited and realization account is credited. So here it is: at the credit side of realization account, by sundry liabilities, provident fund 1 lakh, creditor 2 lakh and total amount 3 lakh. Next item is the current account, Satyam and Shivam 5,000 and 10,000. So this is the opening balance of current account of Satyam and Shivam. This is the credit balance, so will be written as the opening balance of current account. So here it is: in current account, current account by balance brought forward 5,000 and 10,000 in dash. Shivam doesn't have any balance. So sorry, Sundaram doesn't have any balance. So in the column of Sundaram dash, Satyam 5,000 and Shivam 10,000. Next. The next asset side we will take now. Liability side is over already. Land building, machinery, investment, patents, goodwill and stock. These many items these all are assets and we will be closing them and transferring them to the realization account. The entry will be realization account debit to sundry assets account. So here it is at the debit side of realization account debit side to sundry assets, land building, machinery, investment, patents, goodwill, debtors and stock. Friends, debtors are given 30,000 and minus BTR 5,000, 25,000. But when we will transfer them to realization account, we will transfer the whole amount 30,000. That 5,000 is the provision that will be closed and transferred to the credit side of realization account. So right now these all assets, their amount and total of them is 5,75,000. Next is what bad debts reserve. It was rupees 5,000, which is a provision. Bad debts reserve is a provision. We need to close it and transfer to the credit side of realization account. Entry will be bad debts reserve account debit to realization account. So here it is by bad debts reserve account 5,000. Okay. Now the last item is cash rupees 5,000. So it will be written as the opening balance of cash. So here it is in cash oblique bank account. In cash oblique bank account, two balance brought forward rupees 5,000. Okay. Next. Now friends, our balance sheet is over. We will consider the adjustment one by one or additional information one by one, and we will prepare our accounts. The first adjustment says sale of land and building 4 lakh, machinery 1 lakh, investment 50,000 and stock 5,000. And second says that from debtors rupees 15,000 are received right of remaining. Right? So here they have given the realized value of all assets. For that we know entry cash and bank account debit to realization account. That means all this thing will be credited to realization account. So here it is by cash and bank account. It is given that land and building realized 4 lakh, machinery rupees 1 lakh, investment 50,000, stock 5,000. And second adjustment says debtors are realized 15,000, write off remaining. So we don't need to give any entry for writing off anything. We will be just giving entry for its realization. So 15,000 are realized. So 15,000 we have written. Now the total of all 5 items is 5,70,000 as it is credited to realization account and debited to cash account. So realization account credit side we have written cash and bank account, and at the debit side of cash and bank we will write to realization account. So to realization account and all 5 items, their values and total 5,70,000 as it is. Next one says third adjustment. Out of total creditors, a creditor of 10% was given unrecorded investment of 10,000 and remaining amount is paid in cash. Remaining creditors are paid at 10% discount. Friends, creditors are given rupees 2 lakh. What they have told us that 10% of creditors are given an unrecorded investment. What? Unrecorded investment of rupees 10,000. And remaining creditors are paid. Remaining amount is paid. And remaining creditors are paid at 10% discount. So carefully we will be following this. First of all, as they have told that 10% creditor. So 10% creditors will be 20,000 and remaining will be 1,80,000. Now when we talk about this 10% creditor, it is told that they have been given unrecorded investment. Unrecorded investment of rupees 10,000. So unrecorded investment are given, no entry will be there. Now remaining amount 10,000. For this amount it is written and the balance amount is paid to them. So balance amount is 10,000 and 10,000 will be paid to the creditors of 20,000. Talk about this 1,80,000, which is the remaining amount of creditors, and it is given that remaining creditors are paid at 10% discount. So we will apply 10% discount on 1,80,000, which comes 18,000. So the amount comes 1,62,000. So finally, to the creditors of 20,000, rupees 10,000 is paid in cash, and to the creditors of rupees 1,80,000, rupees 1,62,000 is paid in cash. That means total amount paid to them is 10,000 plus 1,62,000, that is 1,72,000. Okay friends, so payment of creditors is debited to realization account and credited to cash account. So here it is, in realization account I write to cash account, and creditors I have written 1,72,000. Let us follow other adjustment, then we will total this amount. We'll make total of this. Unrecorded stationery 6,000. Unrecorded expense of stationery rupees 6,000 paid to Arihant Stationery Mart. No amount is realized for goodwill and patents. So friends, unrecorded expense of stationery, for that entry will be realization account debit to cash account. So again here realization account debit side, unrecorded stationery expense rupees 6,000, and it is given that nothing is realized for goodwill and patents. All adjustments are almost over. Only one adjustment is left, which is regarding the dissolution expense. So before that we will see whether all assets are considered or not. Yes, land and building realized, machinery realized, investment realized, patents it is mentioned that patents realize nothing, goodwill it is mentioned that goodwill realize nothing, debtor it is realized, stock it is realized. So this all assets are over. Let us talk about liability. Provident creditors we have already paid, but provident fund 1 lakh rupee is left, which we supposed to pay, which we need to pay. So for that no adjustment is given, no information is given. That means it will be paid off at book value. At what price? At book value. So to pay this provident fund, entry will be realization account debit to cash account. So here it is written provident fund. Now I have clubbed both the amount, all three amounts: creditors, unrecorded expense of stationery, and provident fund. One time I have written to cash account, and all three items: 1,72,000 for creditors, 6,000 for unrecorded expense, and provident fund 1 lakh. Total is 2,78,000. This is debited to realization. This the same will be credited to cash account. So cash account credit side by realization account, creditors, unrecorded expense, provident fund 172, 6,000 and 1 lakh. Total outer column 2,78,000. Let us follow the last adjustment. The last information says a remuneration of rupees 15,000 was decided to pay to Shivam to perform dissolution procedure. Actual dissolution expenses rupees 6,000 paid by Shivam. Here they want to tell us that Shivam has accepted to deal with dissolution process for the remuneration of rupees 15,000. Okay, so we know for that entry becomes realization account debit to partner capital account. So here realization account debit side we have written to Satyam's current account. What it is? Remuneration of dissolution process. How much? 15,000. Right? And the same will be credited to Satyam's current account. So here in current account of Satyam, by realization account, remuneration of dissolution process, how much? 15,000 in the column of Satyam. Okay. Next, friends, here the remuneration of rupees 15,000 was decided to pay to Shivam. So note that it is Shivam, not Satyam. So revaluation account debit side we have written Satyam. No, it's not Satyam, it's Shivam. So we will be correcting this to Shivam's current account, remuneration of dissolution process. rupees 15,000 and which is credited to the Shivan's current account by realization account remuneration of resolution process 15,000. So here we have finished with the entire sum. Now it is time to close the account. So first of all we will be finding the difference of realization account, and if there is any difference will be transferred to partner's current account. So here it is, there are in outer column there are 3 items at the credit side of realization account whose total is 8,75,000, right? And debit side there are 3 items again, but the total is 8,68,000. So when I deduct 8,68,000 from 8,75,000, I get 7,000 as a difference, which is the profit on realization, which will be distributed among the partners in their profit and loss sharing ratio, which is 3:2:1. So Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, when I distribute 7,000 in the proportion of 3:2:1, I get 2,333 and 1,167. So this is the profit distribution which will be credited to their current account. Here realization account is over, this amount will be transferring to current account. So here it is in current account, my realization account profit 3,500, 2,333 and 1,167. Right now friends, what is the procedure when current account and capital account both are prepared? Current account is first closed and transferred to capital account. So we will be closing current account. As we can see, there is nothing at the debit side of current account and credit side all are having 3-4 items. So we will be making total of that. Satyam's column is 63,500. There are 4 items. Shivam column there are 5 items and total is 64,000. And Sundaram column there are 3 items and total is 19,500. All these 3 items will be all these 3 total will be transferred to the partner's capital account. So here it is to partner's capital account 63,500, 64,000, 19,500. Okay, and from here it will come to partner's capital. So there it is debited to partners, means it is written that to partner's capital. So from current account to the credit side of partner capital by partner's current account 63,500, 64,000, 19,500. Okay, now our current account is also over. Now we will be closing capital account and whatever the difference is will be paid or is recovered in cash. When I close the capital account, there are 2 items in each account at the credit side and there is nothing at the debit side. That means everybody is having a credit balancing of capital in the form. Satyam's total is 1,13,500, Shivam's total is 1,14,000 and Sundaram's total is 69,500. The same will be paid by them by the firm. The same amount will be paid to them by firm to cash or bank account. Total 1,13,500, 1,14,000 and 69,500. Total of both the sides will get same. Now this amount is paid to them as it is debited to partner's capital account. This will be credited to cash and bank account. So in cash and bank account by partner's capital account, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram 1,13,500, 1,14,000 and 69,500. Total will be 2,97,000. Finally, we will be closing our cash account and we will be making total. If it get tallied, arithmetically our sum is correct. So 5,050 and 5,70,000. So 5,75,000 and here 2,78,000 and 2,97,000, 5,75,000. So total of both the sides of cash account is same. So here our chapter and part 1 both are completed. In next lecture we will be continuing with the new chapter, that is first chapter of part 2. Thank you.